Hello and welcome to another episode of Factorio with me, Skuzz, where we have just opened up our um, logistics and construction bots. And the first thing I want to do over here is get our mall upgraded. So we're going to use this upgrade planner here, and let's just show you what it does. So this is the upgrade path that it's going to do. So the first time you use it, it's going to take it from assembly 1 to 2. Second time you use it, it'll go from 2 to 3. The main thing on here is actually just these two. And the mall blueprint is created with those in mind. So everything that is an iron chest will upgrade to passive provider. So we are going to do this now. I am going to amend that. I'm just going to make a different version of this. Don't want this to happen yet. Go. Yeah, well, one thing we're going to do is we're going to have to manufacture some of these things. I need circuits. Dash. What's going on here? Error in the blueprints. I need to fix. He's struggling with word. Look at that. Factory is hungry. Okay, and we better check. We still seem to be okay on the power, but I think it'll be a good idea to go and have a look at what's happening over there. Okay, I'm just gonna put all of this into trash here. I just want to clean up that last little bit. Yeah, and we were trying to make these things. Let's just put some greens back. Yeah, let's just take a walk around and let these things fill in where needed. Okay, I need to make some greens, which I can't yet. Answer these. Do not have any more of these. Have I run out already? Oh, word. Okay. Next major mission is definitely going to be our next science. Because we need to get these other boxes. In order to do that, I need yellow science, so that is certainly something we need to look at doing. Anything we can research at the moment? Energy shields, I don't need. None of these combat things. Insert a capacity, okay. Might as well research these. Okay, we'll stop at that. Yeah, let's leave that to be busy with. I still need. Yeah, okay, let's. Stuff. Robotics. These things get made very slowly. This is being limited. Let's just check. Less than 50, certainly not. Okay, it needs reds. A lot of red. So it's certainly struggling with picking up red, so I'm going to add in another one of these. Yeah, 45 of everything. So let's increase that capacity as well. So it's basically 2 of each. Okay, it's picked up 4. We need to cover them all. Space down. That covers the entire mall with those guys. And now I want to take them all along the bottom here, but we need to make more of them first. Okay, let's just get rid of that blueprint. Get rid of the upgrade planner. Okay, let's have a look at what is holding back our greens here. If I look at everything, everything is pulling through. I think it's just the facility is too small. So let's expand our circuits. Two of these. One. Done. We just need some more belts. Eventually we will have to start filling those lines too. We need I have some of these yellow ones. Let's actually use. Well, we need to get the robo ports along the belts first. That's going to help. No, come on. That's probably because I didn't have enough space. See these? No, I've got enough of them. Stop making more. There's extra stuff into these chests. It's full. That is now full. You are getting there. Blades. What we'll do is we'll build a recycler onto these belts as soon as we have our logistics functioning well. Should be enough. Let's see if I can grab a couple more. These 16, 17, okay. I think that will help. Let's put them along here. There we go, so I can see them. Out. Yeah, I've got updated versions of this. That has increased our production of greens. It's also starting to pull more those out. Eventually this copper line on top here will probably actually disappear. Okay, so let's get our bots. Connect these. So this looks like a spot to do it. It's just in here. Alright, so basically if we look at the map and we're going to turn on, all of that is now connected. And our first bots are on their way. Let's just check if there's been some form of slowdown here. They are using and they'll just be used as when necessary. We can start filling out that. So they are busy. I think though they're going to be dealing with lights. The one item we really haven't been putting down anyway. But now what the bots will do is they will come, all of these are passive providers now. And basically if anywhere on the system needs something, the construction bots will come pick them up. Let's carry on doing this down this way. Want to reach these as far as possible. Pretty much this starter base of ours has run its course. But this whole thing can most likely be removed. How? I think we've said a few times we've got power problems. Okay, let's desperately go and sort those out. We need to start moving into solar. We are producing the batteries now. And I want to run down there without... You know what? Have we got radars? Yes. So just want to check if this is running... Yeah, that whole system is actually at capacity. So the only way to get more power is to actually put a copy of this down. And I think we want to, if possible, try and transition away from steam power. So let's go have a look at how we are doing with the manufacture of solar atoms. We did research accumulators a while ago. Yes. Yeah, bots are, I think they're flying around with lights. It's pretty cool. Okay, Mall, let's just go have a look. I do have solar. It's most likely nowhere near enough solar production. Okay, we are producing solar plates, panels, 50, and accumulators. None, because we have no batteries coming in to the mall. Let's go resolve that. Where that is on this line here, which doesn't exist. Okay. Bringing. Oh boy. What are we gonna get? Is it a... they want a whole... no, it's blues as well. Yeah, let's see if we can't move red here. Red. Way. There. That's what you have. No, green. So batteries, you are gonna actually come up here. It looks like I'm gonna have to on and then that and that. Batteries are going up. This is full belt. I'm not gonna worry about that. I mean, I can do that for now because blue will eventually be coming in. There. Batteries, you are flying in. And be used up here, the accumulator. Now, if we were going to build out a solar farm as such, I think I need to make a dedicated factory for solar production. This could actually be why Green Circuits is also struggling, because we've got no power. Science pack being researched. have a look. Or we think about next research. Okay, you only need 2 things. At what rate? And what we can do is I am going to use this calculator, this Factorio calculator quickly, and goal's simply going to be to what do we need to do half a belt of each of these. Okay. We are it needs a lot. There's no ways I am going to do a full belt. Let's take that down a notch. Okay. Factories. I mean, to fill half a belt each, it wants 100 facilities, which I'm certainly not going to be making. And if we want 1 item a second, we're looking at 14 of these. So let's have a look at that. It will use up half a belt of battery, 3 belts of plates. We are bringing in okay, no, we need 0.2 of a belt of plates, 0.4 copper plates, 1 full belt of greens. So we're going to use we got 3. We're going to share batteries and copper plates for this guy. This one we're going to share half and half and a full of this. Okay, so we're going to come right up against this facility. So in here, can I make a couple of those? Yeah. That needs modular armor. That, and I want to move it 1 over. See, my nanobots are not working now, but that's what this whole thing is for. Space of the nearest logistics network. Okay, that is not. It's a structure I have to build. Interesting. Read it right. Interface of the nearest logistic network to assign jobs. No, that's not the one I was thinking of. Doing its own thing. Okay. Let's just carry on, yeah. No. Yeah, so this was... Yeah, so we want steel plates and batteries coming in new. Just gonna copy that. I'm gonna to this is gonna be steel and copper plates, and this one really out. That, and this is gonna be batteries coming up. Their reach is. Okay, so the orange spacing there is basically where they will handle logistics, and the green square is where they'll handle construction items. So those two should get built out. To deal with this for some reason. But we are half a copper, so I'm just going to take one copper. Bits in and half a copper. Still ghosting in. You are coming there. Green circuits, you coming in. But we get power. Yeah, so that is 8, and that is 12, and 13, and 14. Okay, furthest I want to go. Yeah, we're going to exit this, and those are going to go straight into barter chests. We actually don't want the same thing going in there. So let's do filter. We want you to fill up with solar. Okay, and you are going to take accumulators. Yeah, let's see if we can speed up our bots at all. If we got any more of that research lying around. Cargo size needs purple science. And speed needs yellow science. So those are all the next things we're going to be producing. Personal batteries, yeah, we're going to need that. All the personal stuff. We could probably go outfit our module because we haven't put anything on there. There was research, something I had to build once that would allow the nanobots to work within range. It's supposed to be this thing. Go have a look at what's going through. What's going on? This is what we want those at the moment. Let's see. Picks up stuff from the ground. Combat bots, we don't need that. Trees, okay, takes trees. Heal. Ah, there, that's what I want. That's what I need. Okay, but that needs blue chips, which we are not making just yet. Oh, okay. Yeah, so we got a mini solar plant running. And I'm gonna just let this. I want to start with a single row of the stuff. These guys are going strong. Construction bots got into there. There are rules here. Rules are not here. Looking for total construction bots are less than 500. It will then take construction bots. This one is taking T, also construction bots. No, this should be taking logistics. This should be looking for Y. Yeah, but we are only at the 300 mark. Okay. X is less, so X, when the available bots is less than 20, output signal. Yeah, this should have the same thing as this side. So we are sending X and Y. That should just be taking set actually to something's wrong here. Let's just check the blueprint. I think that I've got the wrong. Where is my bot factory gone? Ah, I deleted it. Rickety arms. We did. So that all that description's up. This should have been a. So it's keeping on going, but it's not supposed to. There's no. This should just be equal to 1. So the way it's supposed to be working, it's reading from the port, it's reading the X and Y signal, so how many is available, how many is total, so that's coming in the back end of here. Then it's saying, if the total number, no, if the available number of bots is less than 20, put an output signal. On this side, it's saying, as long as the available bots is less, no, total, Y is total. As long as they are less than, then it's spitting out a 1. So this should be reading, as long as there is a 1, it must take. So as long as there's at least a 1. And that should be at least a 1. So if it's equal to, because it can be a 2 actually. Greater than and equal to 1. Because as long as one of them, because if they both fail, they'll send a 0, which means this will stop. But now that should be replicated on this side. So let's just fix this. So this one's working differently. It's just saying it's taking T, and as long as, so it will keep going until construction bots hits 500 and no further. So okay, let's leave that like that, but this one definitely needed to be fixed. Excuse me. Okay, well that's flowing. Okay, power is such a problem. So if we want to build a solar array, it's going to start over here. So we do have a power book, this Avian's. So this is a perfectly ratioed out facility, and we're going to want to close, and I don't want to go over the mall because there's train lines, whole train facility I'm going to bring in. So let's actually take it up. Do that with this. There, we're going to need to bring power. This, and actually, no, you know what? Let's take them off. Pulls us back. You were removing that. You were removing panels. And what I'm going to do is shrink this down. Pick the so that's at least available to use. This is just going to continue making. Yeah, I actually want to make a copy of this. Okay, and still within a river port zone. And okay, let's manually place these down. And what? Yeah, so we're going to build out our first plant here, power plant. And it doesn't have to be too close. There, and I'm going to put two next to each other. Yeah, so this is just going to take a long time to build out. And we're just going to let it happen. It is connected, the power is connected here. There comes our construction bots, and they're going to just go crazy. They'll take from both places. And this is certainly going to tug on our resources. One thing I want to do is just check how well they are coping. And do is really hammer it away. We can upgrade all of those. Yeah, so the bots are going to be building out our solar facility, then that will slowly increase our generation here. And these bots are taking all these raw materials and they're running out of storage. Okay. What we can do is get our personal stuff sorted out on what I would like to always have on hand, and doesn't have to be much. It's just the stuff you want that you're going to use the most of. So with like these, the yellows set and the reds, and what eventually will happen is we won't want the yellows anymore. And then we can set those to this facility thingy here down. We'll set it down to 0. And what it'll do is it will then remove, even if we pick up something, it will actually remove it from us. And let me show you, let me just get this last one in. It will then take it to these buffer chests, which we don't have yet, because we need the science, but it will take any yellow I have and it will actually put them in here. And this is just temporary storage, so it will also take from there anything I need. Solar, ideally I wanted to take the solar. I don't want to hold that much solar on me personally. One stack of the stuff is enough. Yes. So this will take it and use it elsewhere. One important thing we can do now is put all this stuff in here. So we don't want to carry any of these raw materials anymore. And as soon as they're picked up, I want them to be taken away. Might be a good time to build our recycling. And then I want to get, at the moment, rid of the plates as well. I don't want to hold any plates. I don't want to hold any steel. Same thing for here, these copper cables. Bricks I probably will want to keep, so let's get rid of, I don't want any of those. I don't want to hold any gears. Do want to keep a dash of these all the time. Now these are normally made on by hand, so okay, all the bricks. Let's keep a good supply, because obviously for um, building out this path we're going to need. And the rest of the items I'm just going to mark it at 0 for now. Let's add 0 for, we're not upgrading to blues, but I like keeping them, at least when you're searching for the stuff later they are easier to find. Okay, inserters. We don't want to carry yellow anymore. We want blue. Carry at least 2 blue. Okay, 1 red. Yeah, we're gonna need filters. I'll show you now. I'm just not gonna do the other half of this. Like there, I put blue. It gives them like a permanent spot in this inventory. Okay, rail system. That's one of our next important sections to have stock of all the time. Cars. This one I'm going to override these. It's basically 2 trains worth. For this one I'm only going to do a small amount. Okay, rails. Okay, let's keep 400 on hand. That'll take a whole bunch away. So this just helps neaten and maintain all the things you have. It also helps prevent your stash from clogging up. I don't think we need to have so many pumps on hand. We always need power. Stack of those is good enough. The big power poles. Okay, I'm gonna put 2 because when we build out the rails, we'll do 2 of these. We don't want to maintain those anymore. But see, we can't. Those don't get used or upgraded anyway. Okay. We can also put in here our nanobots. We always want a stash of nanobots available. These guys. It's easier just to leave it on most of the times. I mean, you can always reduce those to say you only want to hold 20, but I mean, it's one stack. It doesn't matter if you're holding 10, 20, or 50, it uses up the same amount of space. Okay. One thing we need is also radar. Partial prints. Okay, I think for now, you know, one thing we need to be, because as we're going to be expanding, this is something we need a lot of. Some of this we will, for now, we need it. But once we start, I'm going to do something called a building trains. And we're going to create one, and we'll do it up here, just above the mall. So we'll create a train that will carry everything needed to produce, to fill out a mining outpost. And we'll do a different one for nuclear and say a smelting train, and basically that train will hold everything. So all we do is pop down the station and that train will come along and build out everything. We certainly do need a lot of bots on hand, because they will go and do that. You can and see. Let's just pick up all this that's lying on the ground. We are still struggling with greens. Is that a power problem? At the moment it's not power, it'll be resources. It's definitely time to start filling out this, because these ones are reserved. They are dedicated to green circuits. Of course, we need to start bringing in, eating away at our starting facilities there. Batteries are struggling. Quick look at what could be the cause of that. We certainly seem to be, if I look at this, struggling with fluid. Could be because we're making it here. Seem to be producing enough. Going down. Certainly got enough petroleum. It's not these interfering with each other. Let's swap those just to make sure that this one isn't interfering. You can always put down. We just pumping along. Okay. That can grow at a later stage if needed. The goal, the goal of this startup base is literally that's what it is. It's just to get your initial base going, your initial researchers, and basically once this base is in place, you're going to start expanding out onto the map and building your mega bases and producing a lot more research. We're only doing 1 atom per second, or 1.5 atoms per second for this facility, and definitely there's room for growth there. Yeah, our research tree is done. I think we're going to end it here for this episode. And our goal for our next one will be to build out our next yellow and purple sciences. We're definitely struggling with the greens. And this is our solar farms being built out. Bots are doing a fantastic job there. We can have a quick look at our power usages. Let's just slow it down. So steam is actually producing very little. Well, here we go. This is as the day that we're going into night, so solar power is dropping. So it looks like at least through the day we're actually using only solar power, and we're not actually using our steam engine. So here, as soon as we cap on the steam, it's going to start pulling from our accumulator storage. Let's see if that actually happens. It should happen, because we aren't producing enough steam to keep everything going. Our solar hits, actually it won't be as soon as that hits zeros, it'll be as soon as this peaks. There we go. And there, we're starting to pull from our accumulators. Yeah, but that's good. We are transitioning over to the solar. yeah, I think we've made good progress in this one, and we will start our next research out in our very next episode. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe these videos if you want to continue seeing more, and keep a lookout for our new series as well. Thank you, and see you in the next one.